is okay to feel annoyed when you see other people with spinal fusion living well while you're not. It's okay to feel like it's unfair, and it's okay to even feel that tiny bit of jealousy in the back of your mind. It's regular human emotions and behavior. It's normal, and it doesn't just apply to fusion, it can apply to scoliosis. For instance, seeing someone with a bigger curve thrive more than you. Or maybe you're like me and you've had fusion, but then you see someone who had a bigger curve than you did before surgery, but yet they're still fine living without it. Or maybe you're like me and you've already had fusion, but then you see someone with a bigger curve than you had before fusion, and they're still living without fusion and they're having a good time. Or maybe you're like me and you've had surgery, and you see some people with larger curves than you had before surgery, but they haven't even had to have surgery and they're still doing great. Maybe even better than you were before. It is okay, but you must not act on these feelings. What I mean is you shouldn't let these leak out and start pulling others down. I get this a lot. I understand that people have had bad experiences, and it is quite annoying to see someone who's doing a lot better than you who've been through the same thing, and I know it's definitely not because they don't like me. It's just the fact that it feels unfair, and a lot of the times it can be, but some people act on these emotions. They sometimes say things like, oh, it's all going well now for you, but it's gonna get worse when you get older and things are gonna go bad, trust me. Okay, but how do you know that for certain? I mean, just because it's happened to you doesn't mean it's going to happen to everyone else and myself. But I see why they've been thinking like that, considering the stuff they've been through. I even noticed this in myself. I've had fusion, I'm almost 3 years post-op, and I get no pain and I'm living a great life. But then I see some people with the same lifestyle I've always had, and they have a larger curve, but they've never had to have fusion. In the front of my mind, I'm rooting for them. I'm telling them, yeah, keep going, that's amazing. But in the back of my mind, the very back, there's still this little twinge of annoyance, and it's not because I don't like that person in particular, or maybe I regret fusion. It's not that, no. It's more because it makes me think, did I do the wrong things in the past? Did I work hard enough to make my curve better? Could I have changed something? Is there something they knew that maybe I didn't know, and that's why I'm in a different position to them? Am I generally not good enough? Could I have done better? Good thing is that I acknowledge these as human emotions, and I know for a fact that there's many different factors that can affect people's scoliosis and the reason they have fusion. Things like people's curves may have small little differences, but that separates them from other people in vastly big ways. I needed surgery simply because of my age and how fast my curve was progressing, and I'd basically exhausted most of my non-surgical treatment. And I'm also grateful I had it, simply because I no longer have to worry about scoliosis ever again. I remember that no one has the exact same journey diagnosing and treating their scoliosis either. It's a very bumpy, rocky ride, and it's so different for so many people, and it can affect so much. Not everyone learns things at the same time, not everyone catches it as quick, not everyone takes the same path. And how do you expect yourself to not know anything about this weird little deformity that you didn't even know existed, to knowing everything about it and knowing what to do? It's hard. And the example I was saying I was comparing myself to, that person may have had a slower curve progression, they may not have been physically affected by the curve as much. So surgery would have just been a higher risk, lower reward, so it wouldn't make sense. Or maybe not. You see, you just don't know. You never know. And that goes for spinal fusion too. It is normal to compare and be annoyed at these things. It's just the way the human brain is wired, but you must not feed into them, and you must definitely not become the crab in the bucket pulling other people down. Except you must keep on going, keep on moving, accept the cards you are dealt, recognize the past as already gone and unchangeable, and use the rest of your energy to making your life better with what you've got. It can simply be changing your lifestyle, getting physically stronger, prioritizing movement and recovery, learning more about your spine health, chasing up appointments, or simply just changing the environment around you to better suit your specific spine. Or just venting to a friend or someone who's going through the exact same thing. Sometimes they might just need to hear it, and you might just need to let it all out. And you never know, in that moment you both might learn something that will make your lives better living with what you got. So there you go. Good peace of mind.